Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with an update on the severe weather risk which is on the way for the rest of this Wednesday as well as tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Let's start you off, get right into it with a look at what is possible for later on this afternoon as well as this Wednesday evening. Start you off with a look at the HR model. This is the very latest model information that is available, and we'll step you forward here going through the rest of this afternoon, and we will likely begin to see thunderstorms increase in intensity, especially over the northern sections of the Arklatex, and that is where the severe weather risk will be highest here during this Wednesday afternoon and evening. Large hail will be one of the bigger threats that you should be aware of, as well as the possibility for a few tornadoes, and one or two of those tornadoes could be strong. Especially to the north and east of the Arklatex, but still we're not out of the woods yet in terms of that aspect of things. And you can see by the time we get into the latter stages of the evening, the stronger storms will have lifted to the north and east, and we should be pretty much done with the severe weather threat for today. Latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for the rest of this Wednesday and Wednesday night shows an enhanced risk near and especially north of Interstate 30. That's level 3 on that 1 to 5 scale. As I mentioned, large hail, some reports of damaging wind, as well as a few tornadoes will be possible. East Texas, Northwest Louisiana, not really too concerned about severe weather at this point, as most of the stronger storms should be to our north. Now, tomorrow we'll be watching a strong disturbance approach from the west. As you can see later on this evening, that area of low pressure located over the Four Corners. We'll see that frontal system quickly make its way across Texas and move into the western area, western edge of the Arklatex, I should say, by tomorrow evening. We'll see scattered thunderstorms develop out ahead of this system, which will pose a tornado risk, and then a line of storms will develop along this frontal system, which will pose a risk for all of those severe weather issues, including widespread damaging winds, some hail, and a few tornadoes. So here's a look at Robin's story to Futurecast as we go through the next 24 to 36 hours, and you can see it does show the storms over the northern half of the area here this evening, a little bit further south than what the HRRR model was showing. So again, this probably would be worst case scenario for areas along Interstate 20, and then as we go through the night tonight, scattered areas of showers will be possible. Tomorrow we will see scattered showers begin to increase as we head into the afternoon. Notice the intensity of some of the storms indicated here with Futurecast over the extreme northwestern corner of the area. That activity in advance of the cold front will pose that tornado risk and will move across the northwestern half of the region. And then as we get into the late afternoon and early evening hours, the storms should begin to form along that frontal system, and you can see that line which is going to enter the western edge of the area by 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. This will pose that widespread wind threat, some hail also possible, as well as a few tornadoes within this band. It will slide its way towards the east, moving through Shreveport probably late in the evening, and by the time we get to midnight, the worst should be pretty much done as far as the Arklatex is concerned, and we'll see kind of a mix of sunshine and a few clouds for Friday. Now, as far as the severe weather risk for tomorrow, this is a look from what Futurecast is showing, and you can see that it does indicate that we will see, again, the strongest rotation potential with that first cluster of storms out ahead of the main line. Right now, Futurecast showing that near and north of Interstate 30, but don't get too attached to this location. Just be aware that that is going to be a possibility, especially across the northern half of the region. Could be a little bit further north, could be a little bit further to the south. So again, the potential for strong rotation, strong rotating storms is there tomorrow afternoon. And then we will see that risk for tornadoes, again, a little bit further to the south with that main line. Curiously, Futurecast does show that line weakening as we get later into the evening hours. So let's keep our fingers crossed that actually does occur. As far as the hail risk for tomorrow, you can see the intensity on some of those thunderstorms. Notice the areas of white here. It's very rare that we see that here with this particular product from Futurecast. So we also could see some rather large hail. I would say up to golf ball sized hail definitely would be a possibility. And notice a little bit of hail possible with that line as it scoots through the Arklatex tomorrow evening. The severe weather risk outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow includes a very rare moderate risk. That's level 4 on that 1 to 5 scale. In this red area, I would say the northern half of this area is the area that we will have to watch most closely, as you just saw there with Futurecast. If you want to kind of dissect this a little bit further with all those severe weather threats. And again, last year we only had 1 moderate risk the entire year in the Arctic, and we only had 16 in the entire country. That shows you the extent of the severe weather risk that we could be facing for tomorrow. As far as rainfall, it does look like still that the heaviest rain will fall over the northern half of the area. Futurecast showing the totals of 2 to over 4 inches will be possible along the north and northwestern edge of the area. Notice further to the south, amounts less than a half an inch. And again, East Texas, deep East Texas, northwest Louisiana, south of Interstate 20, that's where the storms, or at least that severe weather risk, may be just a little bit lower. Not out of the woods, but that's where it's just could be just a little bit lower the way it's looking right now. So that's what we're looking at here. And then longer term, after this system moves through, we will take a bit of a break. As you can see, the upper level disturbance that will cause the severe weather tomorrow moves through. We'll see several days of very nice weather actually for the Arctic with more rain. We could see an extended period of several days with at least some chance of rain for the last half of next week. So your forecast for tonight looks like this. We will see temperatures ease into basically into the 60s over most of the area. 62 degrees for the low temperature tonight in Texarkana, 67 in Shreveport. Again, the thunderstorms that pop up this afternoon will quickly move out of the area this evening, and then we'll see showers for the rest of the night tonight. Tomorrow, thunderstorms will become most numerous in the afternoon. The main line of storms will move through during the evening. Severe weather is looking likely across the area, with the best chance of stronger thunderstorms, stronger tornadoes over the northwest half of the region. We'll see highs close to 70 across the north, in the mid to upper 70s across the southern sections of the area. And your 10-day forecast shows that after highs tomorrow in the 70s over most of the Arctic, we will cool off temporarily, as we'll see the return of some sunshine Friday. Daytime highs will likely be in the 60s, probably mid to upper 60s over a good chunk of the area in Shreveport. 68 degrees for the daytime high. Back to the 70s. The weekend looks almost perfect, with highs Saturday in the low 70s, upper 70s for Sunday, 80s return for Monday and Tuesday, and then you can see that decent shot for some showers and a few thunderstorms for basically the last half of next week. If we're going to have anything as far as severe weather, it would be Wednesday when the warmer air is in place, but right now that risk is looking relatively low. So again, a round of severe weather possible during the rest of this Wednesday afternoon as well as early this evening, and a more prominent round of perhaps widespread severe weather possible as we go through Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening.